What's up, guys? So recently I was on one of my drone trips and I got asked about a piece of kit in my bag, and it was this, my toolkit that I use to service all my drones. So today we're going to be going over it and letting you guys know what I carry out in the field. And if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and also if you want to become a member of this channel, hit the join button where I'll be going over certain different things and stuff and Q&As and things like that that might interest you guys, as well as have some perks for my members. And if you look in the description below, please feel free to join my Discord and upload pictures of what you guys have in your toolkit so that way I can see what you guys are carrying. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. This is my ethix toolkit, and it's pretty much everything I need to service my drone in the field in case something happens. So opening this up, I'm going to be going from right to left and go over everything that I use in here. This by far is my most used tool that I use every time I go out in the field. This is the ethix prop tool, and it has a one-way bearing in it, so it uses one direction over here to take props on and another direction over here to take props off. It does have a 2.0 millimeter hex bit on it and a 2.5 millimeter on the other side. I do have these little red silicone tabs on here. Keeps the tips from scratching or poking through things in my toolkit. But yeah, having these on here, I'm able to take off my top plate, tighten things up, tighten motor screws up, and it basically replaced the other two bits that came in the toolkit. I took those out because I don't need them when I have these here. Everything is accessible with this length for this size tool. That being said, we'll start over here with my 1.5 millimeter. I do still have this 1.5 millimeter in here because, like I said, I need this length here. If I have like a camera plate that needs, the screws need tightening, this is what I use to kind of get the reach to get in there. And it's just good to have like this small bit to kind of have some reach on something. And yeah, that's why I keep this 1.5 in here. We do have a prop tool that does have the smaller 1.5 bit on there, but I don't have the reach like I do with this guy. So yeah, this gets through the props and everything if I need to get a little longer reach on what I need to do. The 5.5, this is the little like hex driver type of thing that I have. This is I mean, there's really no use for this except for I need to tighten the bolts on my flight controller and stuff like that, or make sure those are tight. That's all I ever really use this for. I don't really have any other size, but I keep it in here just in case for that. And also it's like my little storage in here. So there's a cavity on the top of these things, and inside here I just keep like random bolts and extra stuff that I might need in case I lose it while I'm flying. I probably should fill this up with a little more extra things, but I haven't had to dip in there for a while. But it's good little storage, and you might need that. Now this, I feel like every toolkit should have this in case of something that comes up, that a wire breaks or whatnot. You need to resolder something, you had a cold solder, whatever it is. This is a TS100 soldering iron. I'm not sure what tip I have on this. I've used it forever. It's yeah, it's been used. I use this part to, when it heats up, to shrink tubing and stuff. And yeah, it does its job. Every kit should have at least like a TS100 or something like it in the bag, and a clear case, because yeah, I'm addicted to clear cases if I know there's one available. This is the wire, basically just 4S battery. I have used a 6S battery on it too, and you just plug it in the back of here basically and power it up. Pretty simple. That's the soldering iron portion. Now in this pouch here I keep this little baggie. In this little baggie kind of has everything to do with the soldering iron and stuff. Not sure if you could see it. I have some soldering wire in there. I have basically the different type of shrink tubing that I most likely will need. I do have this bit here, which I'll talk about in a second. This this star bit, and I do have this little Allen key. Now this Allen key is basically only for this driver, and what I do is I loosen this this shaft up and I slide it in here, because I have gotten these taken away at the airport before, and I found out if I just undo this, slide this down, I guess make it smaller. I don't know what they're taking them away for really, because of the length or the fact that they just don't like it. But if I hide this down in here, it doesn't get taken away. When I get to wherever I'm at, I use this Allen key to tighten it back up, and that's about it. But yeah, that being said, I have this guy. It is just like a little ratchet wrench, and it uses the bit that I have in here. And what I use this is for tightening the GoPros, like the little piece that you need to tighten on the end parts of the GoPros. I don't know if I have one here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It uses this screw here, and I put that in, and yeah, that's basically all I really use this for. But it comes in handy a lot because it's way better than tightening that little tight piece that I have. Zip ties, you can never go wrong with having zip ties. I use this more than just for drone stuff. Sometimes something else even breaks on something that I have, and using these zip ties always seems to be a pretty good option. These are good zip ties. Don't get the Harbor Freight ones. I use they're the GB ones. Let's see, I have some here too. These are the ones I always use. They're definitely a lot better than like the cheap Harbor Freight kind. And yeah, I would say just get some good zip ties and always have them on you. Electrical tape. Not much to be said about electrical tape, except that, you know, anything you need taped up or whatever, this comes in handy. So I always have electrical tape in here. My cutters, this is for anything that I need snipped off, the zip ties, the soldering, if I need some cables kind of ripped off. I don't really carry one of those like strippers. I just like lightly grab this and strip stuff off. The silicone wires are pretty easy to strip. You can even do it with your fingernail if you got some. This is double-sided stick. You gotta have this for all sorts of things. This is kind of goes in the same category as zip ties. Double-sided stick will help you in a lot of situations. And yeah, I just keep a smashed up thing here of it, cut it accordingly, and that's why this guy's always in here. Uma grip, shout out to Tommy. I'm pretty sure a lot of people use this stuff. I keep it in here for the same reasons of everything else. Sometimes I don't have a spot where I could get electrical tape to hold down a component or something. If I need to add something to that, I cut off a little section here, stick it to it. While it's fresh, this thing holds really good, and that's why I always keep some Uma grip in this bag here. And last but not least, lucky horseshoe lighter. So having a lighter is always good, just in general. It's always just good to have fire on you. So that way, you know, I could shrink tubing, I could melt like an end of something off, I could just basically like heat anything up. So lighters are always good, and a cut off piece of glue stick. Now with a lighter, you could heat up the glue stick and it becomes sticky, and pretty much you could, you know, if you have an end of something that you're worried you're working in the rain or something like that, you could glue the ends up real quick. Or if you need to, you know, get a wire out of the way and just stick it down to the bottom of something, glue sticks come in handy. You have a component that's getting loose and you just need to finish the job. I've had that before. I crashed. The component, the little like connector piece was coming loose. I held it down, I used a glue stick, glued it up, got me through the rest of the shoot until I could get back and repair it. So this always comes in handy, but that's pretty much it. This is my toolkit. All right, so hopefully you guys like this video about everything that I carry in my toolkit. Like I said in the beginning of this video, look in the description below for my Discord link. You could join my Discord there, show me what you guys got in your toolkit. We could have a discussion about everything about that and everything else drone related. It's pretty fun in there. Join it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Peace.